Hello, everyone. I know it's dark. I'm in my room. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, having trouble sleeping, and I tried making a video about this earlier, but I realized on some things I sounded very arrogant and ignorant, and I was wrong in doing that. But so I deleted the video. Didn't get but maybe 5 views, but this is about if you're going to open carry a weapon, a pistol or an AR type rifle, just expect to be approached by the police. It is your right to do so if you are in open carry state. But you have to understand the police are also there to protect the citizens and for their safety. You also have to understand that those law enforcement officers may not know you, most likely will not know who you are. They're going to come over, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to gain your intentions and see what's going on. So, I see a lot of people posting videos, open carrying AR rifles, and complaining that officers are violating my rights and all this, that, and the other. And it's just, if you're going to do that, just realize that you may be approached by some officers. And the other thing about this you need to understand is that the officers don't know the situation they're rolling up on. A lot of times, people who don't know anything about open carry in their own state, regular civilians, call into dispatch, and they're probably panicking, and they're painting a scenario for the dispatcher that the public is in danger because someone's carrying around a gun. The officers are going to be reacting to the situation based on the information that they are given, because at that point that's all they have to go on. They don't know what they are getting into. Me personally, I'm going to try and keep this unbiased as possible, but I am really sick and tired of seeing all these videos where officers are supposedly violating people's rights for open carrying and everything like that. I saw just seeing one video where the guy's rights were not being violated. The officers were trying to see what was going on. They were only going on the information given. And one of the officers, once he found out what was going on, and it was like he was trying to talk to the guy in a nice, calm demeanor. He wasn't treating him with disrespect. He wasn't trying to arrest him. He wasn't manhandling him in any way. But the guy continued to be a jerk. And the officer did have his weapon out. I may have to go back and watch the video, but I did not see him point the weapon at the guy at any time. He had his weapon out and drawn, but he did not have it pointed at him. So just use common sense, people. Please. If you're going to open carry, just know that you're going to see an increase. Most likely, you're going to see an increase in police presence around you. Because they don't know you. They don't know your intentions. They're there for public safety. They don't know who you are. They might even come over and talk to you because they're trying to find out what your intentions are. And that's their job. They are there to prevent crime. And a lot of times you get this mantra, and I'm going to go off on a tangent here. You get this mantra where people say, well, officers don't show up until after it happens. 9 times out of 10, yes, that is true. But what you don't see, and what a lot of people don't know, is that you never know. You may see an officer sitting in a parking lot filling out reports. You don't know how many crimes that officer just prevented just by being there. Just by the presence of his vehicle and him being there. You don't know how many crimes he may have just prevented. There may have been a person who was seeking to rob a store, or to harm someone, or to kidnap a child. But because that officer was sitting there, according to you doing nothing, the person may have changed their mind. Oh, crap. Police officers do a lot more than you think they do. Yes, there are bad ones out there. But all the good officers dislike and have an extreme hatred for the ones who are corrupt. I'm not a police officer, but I used to be one of those people that did not like police officers. I did not like authority. I was more or less afraid of it. I was afraid of them, that they would do something to me, that they would hurt me, that they would try to violate my rights or something like that. Well, I found out that there's a different side to that coin. And I got to know some of them. I got to meet quite a few of them. And very, very nice people. Their fathers, their mothers. There's somebody's son. There's somebody's daughter. They're human just like you and me. I'm making this video because I support law enforcement. I do support the good ones. All the good ones. To all you corrupt officers out there, you reap what you sow. And I hope people take comfort in this too. There's quite a few of them out there that may escape man's justice here on earth. But they may escape man's justice, but whether in this life or the next, they will never escape God's justice. And that's a fact, Jack. They will face the consequences of their actions. But I digress back to my other original point here. If you're going to open carry an AR rifle or any long gun or pistol out in public, please do so responsibly. Carry yourself in a very calm demeanor. 9 times out of 10, you start raising your voice to officers and being obstinate and uncooperative, you now have potentially become, you have pretty much become a potential threat to them, or what they may perceive as a potential threat, not just to themselves or yourself, but to others as well. And they're there to prevent something bad from happening. They don't know that you're harmless. They don't know that you're not out to hurt anyone. They don't know that. What they know is what they've experienced over the years and the people they have met. And I'm pretty sure not always 100% of the time, but there have been more than enough times in their career they have seen situations go from 0 to 100 in a blink of an eye. They know how bad it can get and how fast. It's really, really a jerk move for you to be disrespectful like that to them. to put them in that scenario once again just by being uncooperative, obstinate, and a jerk. And 9 times out of 10, it will not bode well in your favor. What will bode well in your favor, saying, yes, officer, I've just, minded my own business. I'm just walking. If you want to see my ID, here it is. If they ask for it, give it to them. If you have nothing to hide, then don't hide anything. I hope this message reaches out to people who may be trying to put this stuff into practice. If I'm open carrying in a public area and I'm approached by an officer, I'm going to fully cooperate. And if he does or she does violate my rights, then guess what? I comply with everything. I'm going to trust God that everything's going to work out just fine. And He's got a pretty good track record in my life so far, so I know that everything's going to turn out fine. I'll get my weapons back. I'll get my rights and my freedoms back, and those officers who did wrong will be held responsible for it. The only reason a lot of these officers who are corrupt and who do violate people's rights are able to do so and continue to act with impunity because a lot of times of how you react to them when they're interacting with you. You essentially give them an excuse. Or, let me reword that, I take that back. You give them in their mind a reason to just write you off as, some other Joe Blow criminal. In their mind. The corrupt ones, not the good ones. The corrupt ones. And they know that the system's going to see you that way because of how you're acting towards them. I hope you just understood what I just said, but just please remember that. Just don't be a jerk. They are the authority. They are there to enforce and to make sure the laws are being followed. And there are reasons for those laws. Again, I hope this reaches out to people. I hope people understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not always the best orator. Sometimes I know what I'm trying to say, but I have a hard time saying it in the way I want to say it that's true. It's difficult for me to do that, but I pray that this comes to ears of those who do open carry and that you gain a bit of understanding now and are able to better interact with law enforcement officers in the future. And to all the departments of law enforcement officers out there, I also pray that there really needs to be more action taking, not in better policing. I think better policing can come about by bridging the gap that is between the community and the police. And you do that not by changing one or the other, but by creating relationships between the police department and the people in the community that can foster an environment where law and order grows and the community starts to thrive and starts to grow into a healthy economy and a better education system, and through better law enforcement. That can only happen with better relationship between the community, the citizens of those communities, and the police department. Because without the community's involvement with the police department's limited. They can only do so much. And in my eyes, it's really, they can't really do anything without the help from the community. They need help from the community. They need help from you. You want those rapists and murderers off the street, the people robbing stores and tearing down people's businesses? They need help from people in the community. It's the only way that we're going to fix this. So I hope my words reach to good ears, and I hope some of you understand what I'm trying to say, and hope you take what I say into consideration and really think about it. I know some of you have had bad experiences with police officers, and I'm sorry. I do feel for you, I really do. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, but I can tell you not all of them are bad. I just got a little bit longer here before I go to bed, but let me just also leave you with this. There are a lot more good police officers than bad. But when the minority of bad police officers becomes the majority shown on TV and through the media, then in people's eyes, in the regular community and regular citizens' eyes, the bad guys then become the majority. Which is not true, and that's the false deception that the media has portrayed about law enforcement for so long, and it's time that it stops. I can't wait to be a part of a volunteer group I used to be in with a police department. I'm really, really moving towards that, and I hope, I really want to use that to help educate people more and try to bridge those gaps and try to bring about a better understanding of good law enforcement and relationship between a good law enforcement department and the community they're there to serve and protect. You all have a blessed night. You all have a wonderful day today. It's morning actually, but you all have a blessed day today. Take care, and let me know what you think. If any law enforcement officers out there watch this video, I am open to correction. If I have said anything out of place, if I have said anything wrong, please do. I do welcome positive and constructive criticism, and I'm willing to learn. So if I've said anything wrong or out of place, please do let me know. Feel free to comment on it, or feel free to make a video and let me know. But to all my fellow brothers and sisters out there who wear the blue and wear that badge and put their life on the line every day, may God protect you. Godspeed. And y'all be blessed too. All right. Amen. Good night.